Welcome back to another video. Today we are doing another Sony Vegas tutorial. So a while ago I did a Sony Vegas Pro 17 beginners tutorial and you guys seem to really like that. So today I'm going to be bringing you an updated version for Pro 18 with some more stuff that I know now, and I'm going to try to make it as easy to understand as possible for beginners. So let's just dive right into it. So here we have Sony Vegas Pro 18. And if you're a beginner, which I'm assuming you are, if you clicked on this video, it can be a little scary looking at it, but really it's not as complicated as it looks. You're just going to want to start by either just dragging your clip in or going File, Open, and finding your clip. You can either drag it right into the timeline or drag it into the project media box first, and then you can drag it in after. I'm just going to drag one of my videos in, the one where I did the one chip challenge. Pretty funny. Go check it out. When it says, do you want to set your project video settings to match this media, 99% of the time you're just going to want to click yes, unless the file you recorded is at a different resolution than what you want to render at for some reason. But if you're not recording in just like regular 1080p or 4K res, then you should probably fix that. This is the edited clip right here, but obviously you would have your raw file. So I'm just going to be showing you guys how to do the effects on this clip right here. So the first thing I am going to show you how to do is to cut out segments and delete them, because that's pretty important. Like, that's the #1 part of editing, cutting out parts that you don't want in there. So whenever you click at a point right here, this bar will pop up, and see if the bar is right there and I click S, which is the button to split, S right there, it will split it right there. And then I can also go at another point, any point I want, and click S again. So say I was talking and I had to go take a bathroom break, and that was this right here, and you want to cut that out, obviously, so you just go S on the beginning portion, S on the other portion, and it becomes this right here, which you can just click and click delete. And if your timeline doesn't automatically shift when you do that, you're going to want to go down here and turn on this effect called auto ripple. So like if I turn it off and cut it, that's what would happen, and then I have to drag it over. That's not fun. And it makes it a lot of extra work, so turn that on, it helps. You can also play the video, then go over here and click the pause, and you can use that to get to the segments you want to, because obviously you don't want to just be blindly clicking. Like, you obviously want to know what you're clicking on. Now I'm going to be teaching you how to zoom in. There's two ways to do this. There's zooms that are just abrupt, they just happen, and I will also teach you how to track zooms as well. So like, you know, it goes with you. So just like last time, you're going to want to click S and cut, but this time it's not the portion that you're going to delete. It's going to be the portion that you want zoomed in.
My milk's running out. We'll be right back.
Right there, that's what I'm going to do to zoom in. So you just cut out the portion, and then you can either click these 3 horizontal bars and go to event pan crop, or you can grab this slider and zoom it in so it just pops up right there. Makes it a little bit easier. So if you want to do a zoom that just happens, all you have to do is once you're in this, you just grab one of the little corners and just drag it in like that. And make sure these 2 options are checked right here, or else it's gonna end up not looking correct. And as you can see, that portion zoomed in, and then right when it stops, it goes back. Now I'm going to be teaching you how to do zooms that actually transition in. So right here, you can see there will be the timeline point, which just affects the, the timing of how it happens. So if you want to do a zoom that happens real fast, you just have to go towards the beginning, like real close, and click another timeline point. And then once you click that timeline point, and you got to make sure you're on it, then same thing, you just zoom in. But instead of it being on the first timeline point, it's on one that's slightly delayed. And since it's very close to the first one, that means it's going to have to happen fast. It has to be done by that point, so that means it's going to happen a lot faster.
Okay, my milk's running out.
And you can see that was really fast. So I might actually back it up a little bit just so you guys can see it a little more.
Milk? Okay, my milk's running out. We'll be right back.
And if you want it to be like a slow zoom, like maybe it's almost like a dramatic thing, you can drag it all the way towards the end. Say I drag it all the way towards the end, and then I zoom it in like all the way over here. You can see the clip. This is a pretty short clip, so it will still happen relatively fast, but it will gradually get to it.
Okay, my milk's running out. We'll be right back.
And you can just see how that's a lot slower. So that's how you can zoom, and also how to better control your zooms. Now I'm going to be showing you guys how to shake without any plugins or anything, just how to shake your screen. Once again, you guys are already pros at this point. You get the gist. Start by cutting out the portion that you want to edit. So you can see this beautiful clip right here. It's already beautiful enough as it is, but say I want it to shake as well. Just gonna cut it out right there, go into the event pan crop, and this you're gonna want to do with the timeline points again. This can take a while, but if you do it like I'm gonna show you, you can get it done pretty fast. So you're just gonna want to zoom in, drag it to like some random spot, click a timeline point, drag it to another random spot, click another timeline point relatively close, try to make them all the same distance, and you pretty much just have to keep on doing that. After you make a few and get like pretty much most of the positions down, you can just hold Control and select all of them. You can see how they're selected there, and right click, copy those, and you can just keep on pasting them, and pretty much it will work. This is going to be an extremely fast shake because of how short the clip is and how close the points are together, but you can see like this. Once again, if you want a slower shake, all you have to do is drag the points farther apart and put less of them. If you want it even faster, you just got to put more points closer together. So I recommend before you copy and paste the entire time, you watch it real quick and see if that little part is how you want it. Also, sorry if this ends up a little long. I'm just trying to give you guys all the detail you feel. Next thing I'm going to be showing you guys is background music, which really is, it's easy. It's going to take 2 seconds. That was 1 finger, 2 fingers. But this is a beginner's tutorial, so I figured I'd show you guys anyways. And all you have to do is just drag the audio in on a track underneath. You can lower it like this. You can lower it with this right here, however you want. This is actually a sound effect right here that's glitched. This is not how audio is supposed to look. And same thing with anything else. You can cut it whenever you want. Say you don't want it after a certain point, or you want it to pause and go back. You can just drag it to whenever you want it to start again. The last thing I'm going to be showing you is how to speed it up and do slow-mo, which is also very easy. Hold Control on your keyboard and just grab the end of the clip, and you can see it says time stretch right there. If you want it to be faster, drag it to make it shorter, and if you want it to be slower, like, and go slow-mo, drag it to make it longer. So you can see this will be slow-mo now.
A little bit, but for...
Or I can make it super fast. That's how you make a video. After watching this video, you can now successfully make a YouTube video with some pretty solid editing. If you guys want to see some maybe slightly more advanced things, I do have some other tutorials on my channel, so if you want to, after this, learn how to do some of the funny face effects and some other voice effects, I do have some videos about that. This one is just supposed to be another helpful beginner one because it's cool to see people trying to start editing, so helping beginners is always fun. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, please drop a like and maybe a subscription. And besides that, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.